All right, so I've been seeing this guy, man. I've been seeing Twitter having their rounds on a certain particular individual, and I got to choose my battles very carefully. So this isn't my fight, and I'm not going to fight his battles. But I wanted to get you guys' opinion as respectfully as possible about this subject. Now, I saw, first of all, Matt Derry is the host of Locked On Lions. He actually used to be a radio host back in the day. See, I'm old enough to remember when Matt Derry was on, I want to say 105.1 or something like that. It was a radio station here in Detroit, and he used to be on that a long, long time ago. And I remember him. So when he took over the host of Locked On Lions, it was cool to see. The funny thing about Locked On Lions is when they came over to YouTube, because they weren't initially on YouTube, they were a podcasting thing. Then Locked On Lions was, let me just give you a brief rundown about Locked On Lions, 60 seconds. Locked On Lions, the Locked On Podcast Network was created by a play-by-play or the play caller, not the play caller, the person who calls the plays for the Utah Jazz, came up with an idea, and his last name is Locke. So he started Locked On Podcast Network. That turned into a huge thing on the podcast format. They migrated to YouTube as well in 2021. And so the Detroit Lions they had a podcast, but he wasn't on YouTube yet. So a long time ago, very long time ago, I actually was like, well, where's the Lions one? And I was going to kind of throw my hat in and see if I would be a good fit. But I don't know if I could do a 30-minute show every day. Like, that ain't my thing. So fast forward, we get to Matt Derry. Matt Derry is very opinionated. I've talked to him on Twitter a few times, try to give him some tips and things like that. Sometimes a snapback. He's real snappy. But, he does his thing over there for the Locked On Podcast Network. Well, he said something about Jameson Williams and his dive into the end zone, replicating the Marshawn Lynch dive after Beastquake. And here's what he had to say. And again, when you guys comment in the comment section, be respectful, because I don't want to have to put anybody out. We all have opinions, and everybody's entitled to theirs. But here's what we're just going to discuss. Was there any validity to Matt's opinion? And we'll go from there. So here's what Matt Derry had to say about Jameson Williams, his leap into the end zone.
The one to Jameson Williams where he turned on the burners and then acted like a complete clown and grabbed his crotch and what? I'm done talking about that. Let me just, actually, I'm not done talking about it. Let me just get this out of the way before all the YouTube commenters come after me. Jameson Williams' act is getting tired. Sorry, guy's a talented player, but jumping backwards into the end zone when you don't have to. What if he hit his head, cracked his head open? What if he got a concussion? What if he hurt himself? Just run into the end zone. Just run in there. Just do what your other teammates do. You want to dance after? Go for it. Grabbing his crotch like Marshawn Lynch, whatever. You guys think it's cool? Hey, Breaking T has a t-shirt for it. Awesome. I think it's stupid. Sorry. Talented kid. But it seems like every week we bring up an immature act, including the one to Jameson Williams where he turned on the burner.
So that's what Matt Derry had to say about J-Mo and jumping into the end zone. Now, I got some thoughts about it, all right? I've never been one to back down when it comes to my thoughts. I think that there's a lot of weak individuals on this platform, a lot of individuals who just want to appease the masses. So I respect Matt for voicing his opinion, although it might be one that people don't agree with. So I respect that. I didn't necessarily like the him doing it either because of injury concerns. Now, I know St. Brown did like the Dragon Ball Z something. I didn't even see that. I had to see it on Twitter to actually, and I'm guessing he also fell back. I didn't see it in real time. I just actually saw a picture of what looked like the Lions were maybe giving St. Brown a Hadouken. I know that's a Street Fighter thing, but then he kind of flies back and stuff like that. I'm not a fan of any celebration that could lead to potential injury. The flipping in the end zone, I actually hate that. Jameson Williams has done this a lot. He's dived in the end zone. He's done flips. This isn't the first time he's done that. And I would hate for the guy to get hurt because of something like that. And I think if Jameson Williams did get hurt, I think that this would be a different conversation. And that's the game of football, right? If he got hurt, then we would be having a different conversation. So, and as far as the crotch thing is concerned, listen, when I saw it, I was like, dang, I remember when Marshawn Lynch did it with the Beast Quake. And the reason Marshawn did it, he was doing that to the NFL. He was doing it. It was giant, basically a forget you to the NFL. And when I saw Jameson Williams do it, that's exactly what I thought. Now, was there a flag on the play? I thought that he could have been flagged, and that's kind of the first thing I thought was. The first thing I thought was, man, what if he hurt himself? Because I hate when any player does it. I think it's dumb. If you guys remember Stephen Tulloch with the jump celebration after a sack towards ACL. So if Jameson Williams gets hurt doing that, concussion, broken anything, we will never, ever be nice to him. Like, we will come for him, and that will be the end. We will never let that go. Some people, that'll be the point where they're done with J-Mo, right? Now, the crotch thing, like I said, man, that's, to me, I mean, I know why Marshawn did it, and I know why Jameson did it. I don't know what the coaches said. I know what I saw afterward. What I saw is it looked like Jared Goff ran down there, and here's what I think. Here's what I think happened. Maybe one of his teammates was like, yo, be careful. You know what I'm saying? I think that the teammates probably try to encourage him. What was the act? Was it to me, it was defiant. That's what it was. It was Marshawn Lynch was a defiant dude when it came to the NFL. We know how he is outside the NFL. Did he do anything wrong? Not necessarily. I think everybody is entitled to how they feel about it. And I think that, that's up to them. Now, I saw something today. I never, ever, ever watched this network, ever. But it was Matt Derry, and this whole thing was making its rounds on Twitter, okay? So I see a response to this on a very popular network here in Detroit, a 10-minute segment, okay? And they absolutely destroy him, okay? Your opinion on Matt Derry is fine. Everybody's entitled to one. People got opinions about me. But this particular network destroys him. And one of the guys on there was out of line. No way he was talking to Matt Derry. And I'm going to just keep it $150. You ain't talking to me like that. That's 100. That's 110, okay? Because DJ Quick said it the best. He said, let's see if we can have a conversation and fix this situation. That's all I'm saying, bro. Now, your response to Matt Derry, everybody's entitled to it, but I think a level of respect needs to be shown when in this media space. And this particular network is full of disrespectful people. And I'm going to just keep it $150. As a matter of fact, let's go up to $2. You ain't going to talk to me like that. That's all I'm saying. That's crazy. I done had a lot of segments about J-Mo. Ain't none of my segments been brought in. And Kanye West said it the best too. He said, the only thing I wish a brother would. All right. So whether or not you feel how you feel about Matt Derry, that's your opinion, your business. I'm glad Jameson Williams didn't get hurt because we would have never stopped talking about that. Was the crotch grab defiant? Yes, it was. It was. That's what it was for. That's what it was for. Marshawn Lynch did it for those very reasons. Am I going to string the kid up? I'm not. Coach deals with that. Here's the thing about Jameson Williams. This is the bottom line about Jameson Williams, anybody else. The more they talk about you negatively in the news, it overshadows everything good you do, whatever the situation is. And if he winds up, we don't make the decisions. We don't. You know what I'm saying? Jameson Williams got a contract in a few years. He got a contract. He got a 5th-year option. The Lions will pick that up. Will he get a new contract? Will he get extended? We don't know. But that ain't for us to worry about. All we do is talk about it. His NFL career is in his hands. So, I mean, I'm old. I'm 45. You know what I'm saying? These cats is young. They disrespectful. I'm not talking about J-Mo. I'm talking about these other cats, right? So Matt is from the old school. He from the old school. But here's the thing. I'm from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? What J-Mo say? He said, you know where I live? I live in Detroit. I'm from Detroit, bro. Matt ain't from Detroit. Matt ain't about certain lives. But shout out to Derry for not responding to it. As far as I know on Twitter, he has a firm job. He's the host of Locked On Lions. He ain't gonna respond to this. But I'm just like, it don't really bother me what he said. That was just his opinion. Everybody's entitled to one. But anyway, let me know your thoughts, man, on Matt Derry and his Jameson Williams. Do you think it was immature? Do you think that what Jameson Williams did And yeah, the only thing I wish a brother would. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next video.